Hi guys. So, as you can tell from the video title, today I'll be explaining that people don't actually hate you. It's just that they don't understand you. So, I'm not sure like if you have experienced this before, but for me, I've gone through times where I felt that people disliked me. They hated me for me, and I always thought that I was the problem because sometimes if like okay, let's use an exam for example. Let's say you get one question wrong on the exam. It might be like a careless mistake, right? But then you start to get like more questions wrong, and then you start questioning whether is it your knowledge or is it that it's just a bunch of careless. And like what happened was like we go back to the real life experience. If one person like dislikes me or hates me, then I I wouldn't really say that it's my problem. It may just be like we don't see eye to eye on certain matters. But then there are times where like it's obvious that more than one person dislikes me, and this gets me wondering, am I really the problem? Because one person hate me, maybe it can be like, oh, maybe I offended him or her like once, maybe few months or years back. But then if more people start to dislike you, you start to wonder, am I actually like an objectively bad person that people just can't seem to like? Am I actually that bad having around? Am I like poison? Do I have do people just not want to hang around me? And then I started to reflect, like obviously because I didn't want people to hate me, I also didn't want my reputation to be damaged. I didn't want people to have the wrong impression of me because I didn't think that I was like a bad person. I didn't think that I was a bad friend to be seen around with. So I took a step back and then I started reflecting. I started asking asking my close friends who were okay with me. I asked them I asked them questions about myself. I asked them what they thought of me. I asked them whether like whether things I do can trigger people to hate me or like see the wrong side of me. And the feedback that I got was, I wasn't like the bad person that I thought I was. Or moreover, I wasn't that bad to be disliked by so many people. And then I just started wondering like, I started questioning myself. I started asking why. Then if that's the case, if I'm not a bad person, then why do people dislike me? Why do people dislike having me around? Why do people dislike hanging around me? Why do people dislike, you know, just me in general? And then I started to realize that, the things I do are because of the way I think and the way I am. And all these just makes, like, I'm just made out of all these. I'm made out of the things I say and the things I think, the things I do. And, and that's me. And that's you too. You're made out of everything you do. And then thought like, but that's just the way I am. Like everything I do has like a reason behind it, and the reason is only known to me. I mean, if like some things people can infer, of course, but then like yeah, people do things because they think that it's correct or because they want to do it, and everyone has their own reasoning behind what they want to do. So I started realizing that most of most of what people thought of me was because of my actions, like what I did and what I said. But this was also because of my understanding of the world and like how I just thought in general, like my mindset and stuff. And the thing is, they dislike these actions because for them, for any other person, they will put themselves in my shoes and they will think that they wouldn't do such a thing. But that's because they are them and I am me. And I have my own reasons behind like the things I do. And and then I started to realize that, you know, it's true that they dislike the things that I do. But it's because that they don't understand the way that like the reasonings behind them. They don't understand me. They don't understand how I think. They don't understand what I like, what I dislike. Yeah. And then um I wasn't too bothered by it afterwards because why should I really care? Why should I care if people don't understand me? You know? Like if you don't understand me, you shouldn't really you shouldn't be able to hate me. Like you may not agree with the things I do, the things I say, but it doesn't make sense to dislike a person without thinking from their point of view. Like people dislike the things that you do. Let's say like I dislike what my friend does. Let's say he's like um well I can't find an example. Yeah, it's just that when people don't understand you, when people don't put themselves in your shoes, where they don't put themselves in your situation, your exact situation, then they start to like assume everything, and then they start to dislike you because they assume that you're doing it because of uh made up bad reason in their own mind. Yeah, and I think it's okay because every human being on earth has their own perspective. We all have our own minds, our own ways of thinking. And sometimes it's okay to be misunderstood because all we need to know is ourselves. All we need to have is our self-image and how we think of ourselves. And if we get misunderstood, then it's okay. Because what what does that do to us? How does that affect us? Like they are them and I am me. And so are you. You are you. And we should really like care about people that don't bother to take time or take action into really getting to know and understand why we do things the way we do them. Yeah, so that's it. Think we just got to okay, not we, okay. I used to think that people hated me, but then I understood that, they just don't understand me. And I think that sometimes it's more of how we perceive things, you know. And for anyone out there that thinks that people hate you, mm, I think you should, give should either try to explain yourself, like ask them to hear you out, or you just try, or you just like let it go, you know, because you are you. You do the things that you do because of how you think, and if others don't understand, then it's alright. The world still keeps spinning, you know. Like, so what if they say, hey, I hate it that that you go to sleep at 10 and you don't talk to me at night. I need your company. But they don't know like the reasons for that. Let's, I don't know, maybe like if you sleep for less than 7 hours, you wake up and then you hold and like you just feel like, like no energy throughout the whole day. Everything has a reason. Everything we do as humans have a reason. So it's okay to be misunderstood. We just can't put too much like thought on it. We can't let it affect us too much. And yeah, if people don't understand us, then it's okay. What can we do? Yeah, so that's it for today. Yeah, my hair is like insanely long. Supposed to have it cut last week, but my barber fell sick. Nice. Um, yeah, and oh yeah, sorry for the poor quality. It's like I know this shit. This looks like 480p. I'm trying to get my other device fixed so that I can upload, I can record and upload in better quality. Yeah, the light exposure is absolute dog shit. And if you like this video, please drop a like and maybe subscribe to the channel. You know, I still don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm trying to like talk about things, talk about experiences, talk about like topics and self-reflection and like relatable stuff that everyone goes through. And I know that my content isn't really that good, but I'm still like finding my voice, you know. Yeah, if you want to hear anything that you want to hear me talk about anything, just drop like the content that you want to hear me talk about in the comments and I'll talk about it. I know I'm like not like the smartest person to talk about it, but I think that for my age, um, I've experienced more than like the average 17-year-old, and I think I have a good perspective of life, a good understanding also. Yeah, so um, that's it. Thank you. See you in the next one. Peace.